This coming Valentine's is the time of romance and love. Coincidentally, it's also the 2-year anniversary of Psypoints. So, to celebrate, our yearly tradition has always been to make a video about love in some shape or form. And today is a little special though, because normally we used to just do this at home in these little videos talking to you guys like I am right now. But today we're making our very first in-person video ever recorded about how to boost your overall Rizz using psychology concepts. Now, how does it work, how to apply it in person, and if you have the Rizz already within you. It's time to start the year strong and to start putting yourself out there. And this year, Psypoints is here to help. Welcome to Psypop. In this series, we'll be tackling how pop culture or something within pop culture has displayed the phenomenon where we can learn from it in the context of psychology and or mental health. If you like the series and don't want to miss out on any of our future episodes, don't forget to show support by liking and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get a notification whenever we post a new video. Rizz is defined by Urban Dictionary as another word for spitting game and how good you are with pulling and sustaining bitches. Now, disregarding that last part, pulling bitches, since these tips aim to be gender neutral and are gender neutral, so this is both for the ladies, the guys, the non-binaries, and everything in between. Our tips aim to make the people you approach, regardless of gender, have a good impression of you and to enjoy hanging out with you, to the point of at least wanting to do it more than once anyway. So now, how do you actually use psychology to be more appealing, to Rizz you out, if you will? Well, I'll throw this question to Graz to explain further.
In applying psychology to your Rizz, here are 6 main tips to boost it. So first, to be mindful of your tone, aka be softer when approaching others. As much as possible, avoid sounding like your therapist or your strict parent. Instead, make your voice as natural and as sweet as possible. If you, for example, have a rougher voice, deeper voice, or maybe an RBF, be mindful of the words that you use and the tone you speak when you're talking to others. Because in psychology, your tone of voice and actions influence how others treat you, including eye rolls, exasperated sighs, or your subtle put-downs. Notice the results. Also, notice the results of a neutral or positive tone. Second is to make yourself presentable. Take out your Pinterest and check out recent fashion trends and tips that you can apply to yourself. The more presentable, the more approachable. And attractiveness always makes it easier to talk to someone or to be talked to. Third, consider your purpose. Who are you rizzing for? Are you doing it for your crush or for yourself? Doing it for a long-term relationship or a one-night stand? Underlying priorities lead to problematic tone, and Psypoints isn't condoning cheating. Fourth, lay a good foundation. Create rapport between you and them and try to sustain a casual conversation. Fifth, be careful about anger. Staying patient and calm is rizzier than acting like a Karen, aka lashing out. So hell yeah, keep calm and move on. Sixth, self-confidence can go a long way. So yes, stay rizzly confident with yourself. Everyone's making me say this. So there's a reason why heads turn whenever a confident person enters the room. Be Rizz, but don't forget to believe in yourself. And these tips are pretty much tried and tested by us at Psypoints, most especially Ivan and I. Because that's how we got people to participate in our street interviews, as you can see on TikTok and later on in this video, and generally how we approach others and talk to them in the first place. So first, again, introduce yourself casually, be mindful of your tone, make yourself presentable, consider your purpose, and lastly, don't be creepy, man. Don't approach others with the hard goal of starting a relationship or taking them out on the next day. People have lives and they should be respected. Lastly, don't see them as an object to win. They're people, just like you and me. And like I said, these tips are tried and tested, so let's see them in action as we ask others to rizz up for the season of love.
You know, I'm not sure what my angle kind of looks like from there because I don't have a space for it right now. But yeah, this is what the outfit looks like. Little pre-Rizz showing. There's got a blazer somewhere over there. But yeah, this is just me adding one more little thing because I went through all the points. But I will say, Even if I've dressed the part, even if I'm putting up as much confidence as I can muster, I am still really, really shy as a person in general. But you know what? The entire point of all of this was to show you how to go out there, put yourself out there, and make some friends along the way. And you know what? Having some fun with it, being a little bit embarrassed, being a little shy about it, it's all perfectly okay. That's only one final point. Just go out there, let yourself out. Whatever happens, if there's someone that really does enjoy your company throughout your attempts at any of these tips, then you found someone special for you, and that's okay. It's painful squatting like this, and I actually have to do the interview soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit.
One Rizz later.
Okay, so other pre-game so I can mentally get myself to actually talk to people because I am still a scared person. You know, for the occasion, I have to Rizz myself up. Appearances, one of the first tips, right? Second is confidence, which I am struggling at, but you know what, we're getting there. But how do I look? Like, am I good? Right? Yeah.
It looks great. Do I match?
Oh, I love the voice too. Rizzed. Yeah. So, time for the actual interview portion, which is the scary part, at least for me. I think Graz is always in the more confident one. But
Teach him confidence, don't worry.
yeah, you know what? I'll take it. So, yeah, wish us luck.
So we're here with a very lovely lady and we're about to ask her what she defines as Rizz. So, how do you define Rizz?
I think Rizz is like how a person's appealing or how they can be someone who's easy to interact with.
Oh, that speaks a lot about their charisma.
My understanding of Rizz is like someone who's engaging and charming. Yeah, something like that.
See, short and sweet.
I don't really know that well because I just see it thrown a lot like this guy has a lot of Rizz or this guy's actions are cringe, not Rizz. I don't know what that really means, but if I had to guess something that makes people think you're appealing, that's my guess.
Yeah, actually, I've heard it from my org mate, and then I was like, what's Rizz? What's that? And then I've also heard it from a friend na it's charisma nga, how you actually, flirt with the other person, parang ganun. So, yeah, I think that's all that I know about Rizz. So,
Rizz, I'd say it's like the ability to attract a certain demographic in a way. I don't know, there's this specific type, I can't really specify, but people are attracted to it. It doesn't work for everyone, but there's a lot of people that are part of that demographic that get attracted to Rizz.
I see. So, what would you say, what would you define as someone with Rizz then? How would that person look to you or act to you?
Okay, so I feel like that's kind of subjective. I think that Rizz is a unique aspect in a person. So I think similar to game, like dating game, sort of, possibly. So someone with confidence, obviously, confidence is the biggest point. But like, just because you have confidence doesn't mean you also know how to carry that confidence. I think that's the most important thing for me, for a Rizzy person.
Rizzy person.
I think someone who's rizzed up would be like someone who would constantly, when they talk to you, they'd constantly ask you questions that seem like they're interested in you, so that you'd feel good, you'd feel special, and that actually works on me.
Really?
I think personally someone with Rizz for me would be someone who's like friendly and engaging and charming and like really takes interest in me, something like that. Yeah.
I see.
So, Rizz is a bit subjective, but if I had to put it in the context of LaSalle, it would be someone who's confident, at the same time someone who's smart and kind. Basically deal as you feed them all. Whatever you see there that people are looking for, that's Rizz, if you have those qualities.
Very balanced. How about you?
I think, I haven't been approached by someone with Rizz, but feeling ko like someone with Rizz is, as what Enzo said, it's like dinadala talaga sa confidence. Ano ba? Yeah, it's those cool, confident people who can actually carry themselves, like carry the conversation and everything. Yeah, I think that's
Okay. Can you show me a sample of your rizzed up form? Or approach the camera as if it's your crush.
Hi, girl. That's it. I don't know.
Very kind and confident and sweet, just as he said.
How about you?
Hey,
Hey.
you available tonight?
We are reaching critical rise level.
Oh, that hits different. Alright, so thank you for showing us your wrist up forms, and we hope you improve on these as you go.
So if someone were to approach you in their best wrist form, how would you be attracted most to them?
I think I'd be attracted most to them if like they show genuine interest in me and like really keep the conversation going, and yeah.
So what is a question that has left a lasting impression on you, or a pickup line?
I guess in my case, a lasting impression would be something that's a personal question. So if they ask about why I enjoy certain things, or how do I like my coffee, stuff like that.
Oh, that's very sweet actually. So take note of what it means to be rizzed up.
Now with all that in mind, if someone were to try to rizz you up, let's say, how would they do it?
You know, okay, the thing is that it's very difficult. It requires time for me.
Hard to catch.
Hard to catch.
So,
The easiest way to rizz me, I guess, would be oh no, it's gonna show my type. Okay, there's this mix between nerd and gym jock that's like everything. I'm like,
perfect then. It sounds like
just
perfect.
sells so well.
Yeah.
That's my biggest weak point. And then if they come on to me like that, it's like, oh shit. Okay, so if you serve that to me, I'm gonna be like,
You're a man of taste and sheer will. That's what you want. You should want the best. Alright, thank you so much. The biggest thing that we noticed in the field while we were out, and that you should do, is to always play to your own strengths. This was the one that was most cited by different people in the interviews, and the one that I want to highlight the most. The Rizz is already a part of you, actually. You don't need to copy someone else to have the Rizz. Take a good look at yourself, and I know this might be difficult to actually believe. Try to see all the good qualities you already have. Even being shy and awkward can actually produce the Rizz if done right. But I will say, despite having all of the Rizz and the game in the world, sometimes, you know, you're rejected or it doesn't work. And I think the best thing I can do to help you prepare for when this happens, no matter how rizzed up and great you are, I'm gonna throw this to Graz. She's more of an expert on how to reject people, you know?
So we talked a lot about what Rizz is, how people define it, how people want to be approached with Rizz, or how to approach someone with Rizz, right? So now that we've come to all this, the interviews, let's talk about rejection. So being rejected, most especially unexpectedly after putting all these tips to work and trying so hard, is really difficult to process, right? You'll likely experience increased feelings of anger, sadness, jealousy, which may lead to irrational thoughts or actions. And so what do you do about this? Well, just have to be prepared for it, because it's not the end of the world, but rather a fact of life. While you can control your outward emotions, you can't fully control how you feel deep down, and especially you can't control how others feel. Again, like we said, don't view others as an object. And so accept it when it comes and learn from it. No one really knows what the future brings, and there's still plenty of experiences waiting for you in life.
Now that we've reached the end of our time, I just want to say once more to really think about it after everything. Rizz comes out most easily when you're being yourself. It's easier to attract people, whether to be friendly or in this case to be romantic to yourself, if you're just being yourself. Because if you try to be someone you're not, it shows, it comes out, and eventually they find out and they're not gonna stay with you anymore. Even if you have some magical technique that makes them fall in love with you, and they do in the first conversation, right? When they learn it was all a farce, they're gonna leave you. But that's the thing about Rizz. Again, Rizz is about sustaining bitches, or sustaining partners, at least in this case. Again, we're gender neutral here. It's about sustaining, making it long term. That's the Rizz. You're trying to sustain a friend or partner for long term for your, or at least majority of your lifespan. So if there's someone that rejects you, they wouldn't stay there in the first place, you know? So when you go out there and you put yourself out in the world, just remember to be yourself and bring out yourself in the most authentic way possible. It's the easiest way to see who's gonna stay long term, and it's also, well, the way to see who's worth keeping in your life in the first place. It's the people who accept you. Thank you all for 2 years of Psypoints. We're starting in-person videos now, and it was really nice to meet some of you in person, and I hope for more to come in the future. It's been an amazing 2 years, and I can't wait to actually finally interact with you all and meet you all. Graz included and everyone in Psypoints included. Thank you all so much from the bottom of our hearts, and thank you so much for being who you are.